From a bowling front, look, I think we've been fortunate to have the conditions on our side for sure. But the bowling unit itself, we've got confidence for sure. And conditions that support us, we've traditionally done really well. So it's exciting to have some good starts to this World Cup for sure. But I mean, tomorrow, sorry, will be a new game and a new surface, and we'll have to adjust to that one as well. Yeah, I think we talk a lot about our culture with the Black Caps. It's really noticeable when you go away from it and come back to the team. And yeah, you probably saw that training today. It's normally very similar to that with all the games we play at warm-ups, and we're a good bunch of friends, and that's the honest truth, and we get along really well. And when we train like that and push each other both at training, it means that we often can put it out on the park, but it's an exciting bunch to be a part of. Yeah, I suppose we've had a reasonable start to the comp, but as I said, it's a game-by-game thing, particularly in a World Cup where every match is worth 2 points, and we need to front up every game and put our best foot forward. Tomorrow's going to be a new day. We haven't played yet here at Manchester, and it looks like a good wicket. So we'll have to start with both scores at 0 and hopefully put a good foot forward. I think we've been talking about, well, we definitely have been talking about that the whole World Cup. There's been talk before the Cup sort of started about big scores, and yeah, as I said, every ground's different, so we sort of do our scouting for the team we're playing. Obviously, West Indies tomorrow. They've got some exciting hitters, but of course we've got to scout the ground as well. It's a big ground, and it's a good wicket, which often a lot of runs are scored. So as I said, we'll start from 0-0, but the boys are taking a lot of confidence from the areas we've been hitting at the start of this competition, and hopefully we can continue that sort of confidence going forward. It's a question I get asked a lot, for sure, but I guess it's not a traditional big swinger of the ball, so pace is sort of where I generate a bit of hesitation and try to put the batters under a bit of pressure, but it's nice in the conditions here in England. It's often quite suited, and I'm sure the wicket tomorrow will hopefully have a bit of pace as well, so it's an exciting place to bowl quick for sure. And I think across the whole World Cup, every team sort of got some impressive fast bowlers, and it's exciting to see fast bowlers doing well in a World Cup too. So yeah, I enjoy bowling quick for sure. It's probably slightly different for me than it would be our top order, but yeah. Yeah, look, probably a better question for our top order, but I think for me, yeah, if bowlers are bowling over 140, I know the crowd really gets behind it, and it's always nice to watch some good pace bowling, some good aggressive pace bowling in a game that's probably now pretty good as a batter to play on. We play on great wickets, so it's nice to see some quick bowlers and some aggressive bowling. The West Indies have been sort of taking that approach throughout the whole World Cup, and they had a lot of success against Pakistan bowling in that sort of aggressive fashion, and so in that way it's exciting as a player to watch. But yeah, tomorrow will be a new test for sure, and I'm sure it'll be a great game. Yeah, it's not to that point. Some days it comes out nice, but yeah, as I said, it's one of those things that I guess if I see the highlights later, that you might see the pace, but at the time, yeah, I must say it's not at the forefront of my mind. Yeah, we had one game here for sure in T20. It was a good wicket. If you bowled good hard areas, then you got a bit out of the wicket, a bit of pace and carry. But if you missed a bit full, a bit short, then it comes on nicely. So it's one of those ideals, I think, for a one-day track is. If you bowl good areas, then you get some reward, but I think the pace and balance is nice, and obviously square boundaries being a reasonable size here, it's helpful for sort of that short pitch bowling as well. But yeah, have to assess the conditions tomorrow midday, and then we'll try and make adjustments as we go. Yeah, look, I think the World Cup's fantastic for that. I mean, the pressure I was feeling from being in the dressing room, Kane handled it so well out in the middle, and I guess at big tournaments, often the big players step up, and it's exciting when they do. Kane's knock was exceptional on probably a really tough wicket at Birmingham, and he held his nerve all the way to the end and got us across the line, and that's the key, I think, in these big World Cups, is that the team that holds the nerve the longest and gets across the line is the most important. But it's exciting. I think from a batting point of view, there's been some big runs scored, some big hundreds. But also from a bowling point of view, we've had some fifers. We've had teams rolled out for small totals. So it's been one of those great World Cups where batters and bowlers have been having a really good competition throughout the whole comp, and I'm sure we'll continue going through the rest games. I think it still plays for sure. They batted very well in that warm-up game, Bristol, and put us under a lot of pressure in a warm-up game too. But for sure, we'll be taking some of the learnings we took from that game. Start again. Obviously, scores at 0, but there's no secret that the West Indies have a powerful lineup all the way through. And as a bowling unit, we need to learn to, if they get on a roll, we need to learn to shut down areas and build up pressure again and hopefully take wickets. But it's no secret in this comp that West Indies has a very powerful lineup. I don't think it's changed at all, if I'm honest. I think we've said from the start of the tournament that we're focused on each game as they come and do our scouting on the team and also the wicket that we're playing on. Turn up and play the game as we always do as the Black Caps and give it our all and scrap for every run and for every run saved on the field. That's how we play, and we're looking forward to tomorrow once again having another opportunity, another challenge against a big hitting side. And but obviously boys are taking some confidence from the first few games, but a long way to go. Look, I think we've got a lot of batters playing well in our team and for a long time, but it's nice when Kane's playing well, Ross is playing well, Guppy. Our top order's got some serious experience there, and as a bowler, it is nice when they're spending some time at the crease, and particularly Kane's knock, I guess, last game of note is getting us across the line in a tough situation in a big match. So it's exciting. It's a good team to be a part of, but it's very pleasing. Obviously there's some great memories from that World Cup. I was a spectator during it, and it's pretty amazing how it happened in New Zealand and the team played so well, but there's not been a huge amount of discussions. I guess we're focusing on, as I said, every game, putting a big onus on focusing on each game, every team, and making sure that we do our job and do our roles each game and focus on that, because every game counts for so much. But it's, as I said, it's that sort of culture that's been helping us along the way, and I'm sure going forward we'll be doing the same sort of tactic there.